Hello people, in this video let us look at this book Essentials of Obstetrics by Lakshmi Seshadri and Geeta Arjun. Let us look at the contents. Basic science, anatomy, fertilization, physiology of labor, diagnosis of pregnancy, antenatal management, history taking, fetal surveillance, prenatal screening, medical termination of pregnancy, intrapartum management, normal labor, induction of labor, obstetric analgesia, vaginal delivery, destructive operations, then cesarean section, postpartum management, the puerperium, abnormal puerperium, newborn, breastfeeding, contraception, then complications which are antepartum, that is before the delivery, hyperemesis, gravidarum, miscarriage, ectopic pregnancy, intrauterine fetal death, multifetal pregnancy, that is like twins, triplets, fetal growth disorders, amniotic fluid, preterm labor, birth, rupture of membranes, post-term pregnancy, red cell alloimmunization, antepartum hemorrhage. All these are some things before the delivery. Then obstetric complications, intrapartum. There can be malpresentations, malpositions, then breech, then third stage of labor complications, right? There could be postpartum hemorrhage. Then non-hemorrhagic shock they're talking about, abnormalities of the placenta, umbilical cord, fetal membranes, maternal diseases complicating pregnancy, like there can be hypertension, diabetes, right? Where is diabetes here? Pre-gestational and gestational diabetes. Yes, focus guys, what are we looking at? We're looking at this book, Essentials of Obstetrics. So we're just at the end of the content. So endocrine pathologies, respiratory, dermatological, connective tissue disorders, cardiovascular diseases, hematological, hepatobiliary, gastrointestinal disorders, then thromboembolic disorders, urinary tract disorders, renal disorders, infections, tumors of the reproductive tract, etc. Social obstetrics is maternal mortality. You'll have to learn about what are the causes, how to decrease, what is the current maternal mortality ratio, etc. Perinatal mortality, that is for the baby, before birth, during the time of birth, immediately after birth, kind of thing. National health programs in obstetrics, all the community medicine stuff. So here and there, let's look at some things in this book. What is this? P10 to L2, you have some nerves which are coming, and this is the uterus, and this is the cervix, and so what do you think this is? Superior hypogastric plexus, parasympathetic fibers, inferior hypogastric pelvic plexus. So this is the autonomic innervations of the reproductive tract. Very good. What is this? Guess. The ovary with the follicle. Then here you have the corona radiata. It's releasing the Graafian follicle is releasing this. What do you call this? Egg. Fimbrial end of tube. Zona pellucida. Perivitelline space. Okay, so what is this? This is ovulation. Very good. So let's look at here and there some photos, and let's look at this table. Let us see if you can understand. Features. First stage, uterine contraction, cervical effacement, cervical dilatation. Second stage of labor, third stage of labor, mediators. So what will mediate the labor? So this is what? Mediators of phase 3 of labor. Phase 3 is the parturition, isn't it? If I'm not wrong. Because phase word, where do you use? Stimulation phase. This is the phase. Basically, phase if they are using, see, this is actually parturition, right? Quiescent, activation, stimulation, involution. Quiescent is actually the time of, the pregnancy, basically conception and all that, right? So then you have the activation phase, then stimulation phase and involution phase. Look at this and say what this is. Guess. They will keep all this spotter in your exam, so you should be able to say. So this is the fetal heart rate, amniotic fluid, then molding, cervix, the descent of the head, contractions, how are they, oxytocin, how many drops per minute, drugs given and IV fluids, pulse and blood pressure. Pulse is a dot and blood pressure they are showing as some arrow, is it? Temperature. You will keep a record of how it is progressing. Then urine. How much protein, how much acetone, what's the volume of urine. So what is this? This is a partograph. Very good. So in this, you will learn that this is the alert line and this is the action line. So you have to take action here and here you have to be alert. Okay. What is this, guys? Amnion. Extra amniotic saline. So what are they trying to show here? They have put a catheter kind of thing here and they have put a balloon kind of thing here and they're putting some pressure here. Saline infusion. Extra amniotic saline infusion. Why would you do this? They are saying this is a method of cervical ripening. See, trans-cervical catheter with extra amniotic saline infusion. Double balloon catheters, etc. See here, extra amniotic saline infusion. Guys, are you learning something by looking at this book? Essential of Obstetrics. Okay. Oligohydramnios. Can you define oligohydramnios? That means the amniotic fluid is less. So what is the definition, guys? Oligohydramnios is defined as reduced amniotic fluid, that is AFI. Amniotic fluid index less than 5 cm or an SDP less than 2 cm. Okay. What is SDP? SDP is single deepest pocket. Single deepest pocket, what did they say? Amniotic fluid less than 5 cm, right? That's right. Less than 5 cm AFI and SDP less than 2 cm. Okay. I'm showing you some treatment here. Can you guess what treatment this is? You're giving corticosteroids for fetal lung maturity, tocolysis to delay the delivery, magnesium sulfate for fetal neuroprotection, antibiotic therapy for if they have UTI, interventions like you can tell them to have bed rest, etc. Why would you do all this? Looks like a jet plane is passing by. This is management of preterm labor. So if a lady is in preterm labor, then you can do all this. So you prepare for delivery just in case, but you give tocolysis, you give antibiotic therapy if it is because of UTI, etc., right? And tell her to take bed rest. But these are of no benefit, they are saying. So guys, there is like this a lot to look at in this book, right? This baby is breech, isn't it? Fetal positions in breech presentation, maternal diseases complicating pregnancy, hypertension, diabetes, endocrine disorders, cardiac disorders, etc. Then what is this? What chapter is this, guys? Hepatobiliary gastrointestinal disorders. Okay. Look at the hepatic disorders unique to pregnancy, guys. Hyperemesis gravidarum, acute fatty liver of pregnancy. Interhepatic cholestasis of pregnancy, this can kill the fetus. They'll have a lot of itching. You should be very careful with this. Hemolysis, elevated liver enzymes. HELP syndrome. all the in eclampsia, preeclampsia, somewhere I have seen this. Then subcapsular hematoma, hepatic rupture. So guys, anyways, we have kind of looked at this book. Hopefully you have got some ideas. Toxoplasmosis in pregnancy. Then malignancies in pregnancy. What is the list? Cervical cancer, cancer of the ovary, breast. Very less incidence though. At the end of every chapter, they are giving some key points, guys. You can look at this. And then they are giving some case-based questions. So if you're preparing for some cases, you can use this. And answers also are there to the cases, which is nice, isn't it? Then sample questions, your long answer, short answer, what can they ask you? They can ask you about cervical intraepithelial neoplasia, then ovarian mass in pregnancy, breast cancer. So we have kind of looked at a lot of details in this book. So hopefully it will help you in answering some Viva questions, right? That's it for now, guys, in this video. Bye-bye.